Hello, my name is Xavier Foley, and today I am going to show you how I put a big double bass like this into a small travel case like this. Now first, you must know that this is actually a removable neck bass where the neck can come off. And I am going to show you the step-by-step process of removing everything, including the neck, and putting it into this bass. And then later on, I am going to talk about the pros and cons of traveling with a removable neck double bass. And then I am going to tell you how to transform your normal bass into a removable neck bass should you be interested in traveling with a removable neck bass. All right, let's get started.
So the first step to removing the neck from this double bass is to loosen the strings and take them off, which is what I already did. So I'm going to go ahead and take this bridge off. And then what I'm going to do is remove this end pin here and then take this out. And as you can see, I am now ready to remove the neck from the double bass. Next, I'm going to make sure I have this bridge packed, because without this bridge, if I'm traveling and about to perform and I don't have a bridge, then I can't play. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have this in my bag here. Now the reason why I have my end pin packed in my check-in bag rather than my carry-on is because the TSA, which is the security that checks you, they will remove this from your carry-on bag if you try to take this through the security. So it's important to check this in and not take this on carry-on because it looks like a weapon. So I think this is the moment we've all been waiting for, which is the part where we remove the neck from the double bass. So this tool allows me to remove it. So I have this long side here and a short side here. This is to give me torque when I'm removing it. Now I'm just going to pull it this way. There we go. And then I switch it to this long side and then take it out. And it should come out right about now. Let's see. Yep. There it is. This is the screw that you put in and take out if you want to attach a neck to a double bass. Then the next step is putting these bows into the pouch here. So I have two bows. This is a Coda bow right here. It's a carbon fiber bow. And here's my Fiesta bow, which is what I sell on my website. And this is what the case looks like without the body of the bass. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take this and put this in there. Okay, now that everything is secure, the body is in place, the neck is in place, I'm going to make sure I have this pouch here with all my tools and put it in this compartment here. And then snap this up. And there it is. That is how you put a bass in a removable neck bass into a case.
Now that we have experience removing a neck from a removable neck double bass, now is the time to talk about the pros and the cons of traveling with a removable neck double bass. Let's start with the pros. The first advantage of traveling with the removable neck double bass is the fact that the case that encases the removable neck bass is smaller and weighs less compared to a standard tall travel case for a normal bass. This translates into cheaper check-in rates with airlines. Another advantage of traveling with the removable neck double bass is that when you're taking an Uber and when you're taking a taxi, the chances of you being able to successfully take a taxi or an Uber skyrockets. In fact, I have never been turned down by an Uber or a taxi because of my small, compact travel case. Another advantage is that the neck cannot break off a removable neck double bass. I actually have a story to tell. A friend of mine was auditioning for the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, and once he got off the plane, arrived at his hotel, and opened his travel case for his normal bass, he noticed something disturbing. When he removed his bass from his normal travel case, he noticed that the neck split off from the body of the double bass. This is tragic, especially before auditioning for a major symphony job. Well, let me tell you this. If you have a removable neck bass, you never have to worry about your neck coming off your bass because the neck is already removed. Now let's talk about some cons. When you're traveling with the removable neck bass, there is more time and energy put into packing the bass. So for example, when you have a normal travel case, you simply put the bass into the case. Well, with a smaller case like this that requires you to remove the neck from the bass, there are more steps and there is more time taken to put the bass into a small compact case like this. The second con is the bridge adjustment. Now, even though the sound posts of removable neck basses are placed so it never moves, you have to make sure when you put that bridge back on the bass that it's placed in the way that the bass sounds good. Because there are chances where if you put your bridge on the bass and it's not placed correctly, your bass is going to sound completely different than what it sounded like before. The last con is the screw. If you lose the screw to your removable neck double bass, you're screwed, basically. Without the screw, you cannot put the neck on the double bass. So, compared to a normal bass where you don't need a screw, you risk the chances of not being able to put that neck back on the double bass should you lose the screw. And this is detrimental, especially right before a performance. So there you have it, folks. These are the pros and cons of traveling with the removable neck double bass. Now, another question you might have is, well, one, where do I get a case like this? And two, how do I make it so my bass is transformed from a normal bass into a removable neck bass? Well, let's start with the case. This case is different from a lot of other travel cases that accommodate removable neck basses. This case was made in Canada by a company called Roulard Cases. It's a small company in Canada, and I will put a link in this video and in the description. It's called Roulard Cases at roulardcases.com. Also, how do you transform your bass into a removable neck bass? Well, the people that did my bass is called Shank Strings, which is based in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour and 30 minutes drive from Philadelphia. It's a family-run business. A guy named Mike Shank did my removable neck bass when I wanted to transform it into a removable neck bass. All right, so there you have it. This is what it's like traveling with a removable neck double bass. And finally, visit my website if you want to see me perform live. I'm going on a tour tomorrow with the Sphinx organization, premiering my double concerto at the New World Center in Miami on September 29th, 2019. So I'll put a link to that website up there. And also, if you're looking to buy a carbon fiber bow, you can check out my website. I sell them. It's called the Fiesta Carbon Fiber Bow. They're for $285. Cost-effective carbon fiber bows that are good for extended technique if you don't want those nicks and crannies on your wood bow. So, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and take care.